Broadcasting from the greatest castle in the world, in the county of Lawrence, NCTV45.
NCTV45, and we're at the rack, and you can see the area. Here's the football team down here, and weights, cane rack, and as we move towards this area, batting cages. The Pittsburgh Pirates are here today, and we're just going to take a look around and kind of show you some of the things going on here. There's going to be a little program. There's Bob Nutting from the Pittsburgh Pirates, and the batting cages. They can have volleyball in here. Baseball team working over there.
How you doing?
Okay. Just a great facility, and we'll get and bring you more from the rack as the program progresses.
She's really good. I have a 3 and a 1-year-old at home. I try to get them to eat. That doesn't work nearly as well. Thank you very much, Debbie. Before we get started today, it has been a week since the tragic shooting at Tree of Life Synagogue in Squirrel Hill, and of course, our hearts are heavy here in Newcastle for just a moment. When you came through the door seeing this, most of you for the first time today, what an outstanding facility. We are so excited to be here. Thank you for inviting us here to Newcastle. This is such a difference from what it was a year ago, and we have a lot of people to thank today. Pirates Charities made this the largest Fields for Kids grant of $25,000. So thanks to Pirates Charities for that. And what's wonderful is anybody that's in the school district, any of the students can use this free of charge. And you guys have already gotten a sampling of what can be done, especially on a day like today when the weather's lousy. You can still do so much, and I think that's what's so neat about this. I should have introduced myself. I'm a little rusty. Done anything in a month. My name is Joe Block. I'm one of the, I didn't have that in the script. I'm one of the Pirates broadcasters here today, so I'm also very grateful to be here today too. But wanted to mention too that this grant, you know, as you can see here, the full baseball activity area was talking about that baseball coach. As you know, in fall ball or in spring, and especially in those early months when you're trying to play games, you have the cages right here, you can throw. Wonderful. All this new turf. There's a workout facility over there too. Can train for football. Lots of great things. And it would not be possible, this entire project would not be possible without support from the Newcastle Area School District, the police department here as well. A huge part of that is we see the placard over there as well, and the Jerome Bettis Foundation. So we're going to have a lot of fun here today. Before we hear from some of the project partners too, we want to welcome some special guests. Part of our baseball clinic here today. We have Pirates first baseman Josh Bell. Pirates pitcher Nick Kim. Also. Josh will instruct on pitching. No? No, Josh will teach you hitting and defense. Nick will teach you about pitching today. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for being here. Thank you for coming out too. I want to make sure that we recognize all the people that helped put this together. So many folks. First of all the volunteers did the demolition work and helped out the lighting, for instance, the things behind the scenes. But some of the people that stand out first from the school district here, superintendent, who was very good at getting you all in line, Debbie DeBlasio.
Thank you to the Pirates. Thank you to the Robettes. I have a whole speech written. As people know, I go off my speeches. But I would like to say good morning to all the ladies and gentlemen, to our students, to the Pirates, to the Robettes Foundation, and welcome you to the Newcastle Area School District Sports Facility, the RAC. You need to get out. I have to tell, and I'm sure that many of you know this story, but some of our children might not know this. Newcastle schools go back a long way. In fact, the Newcastle community goes back a long way because we had a manager in Newcastle called Chuck Tanner. His name was Chuck Tanner. And Chuck Tanner lived where we live today. And he was proud of Newcastle. And he was certainly proud of being a member of the Pittsburgh Pirates. But I couldn't help but think of him today. Because if Chuck was here today with us, he would be so very proud of what we did together for all of our students. So I want to give Chuck a round of applause. How many of you boys and girls know what a transistor radio is? Anyone know what a transistor radio is?
I do.
Okay, I'm going to give you a little story. I'm just a little bit older than you guys, so you have to bear with me. Mrs. DeBlasio grew up in a house that my father, at 6 o'clock every night, dinner was done. It was time for him to go for a walk. And every day, I was my dad walking, and he had a transistor radio in his ear. Daddy, what are you doing? Listen to the pirate game. I'm listening to the pirate game. This is how much pride Newcastle had. And all of you that are standing out there that had transistor radios, had black and white TVs, had color TVs, and all the way up to watching it on the computers now know how much pride we had in the Pittsburgh Pirates and of course the Stiffers and Jerome Bettis. So with that, I'd like to tell you the story of how we got here today. A few years ago, where's Pat Minnick? Pat, stand up, please. A few years ago, Mrs. DeBlasio was sitting in a board meeting. And Pat came up, and I knew Pat because I had his children in my elementary school. And he comes up and he says, I have an idea. I'm going to talk to some people. He says, I want to change the maintenance department. Now again, understand, not you guys, but many of us that are standing, remember this as the maintenance department. We kept snow blowers in here. We kept lawnmowers in here. We kept construction paper in here. We kept glue in here. We kept anything that we didn't want in the buildings in here. Pat comes up and he goes, I have an idea. We can change this into something that's beautiful for our children. And I'm thinking, yeah, Pat, we can do that. A lot of things we need to do. But what I didn't know, Pat had the dedication. He had the vision. And when he said that he is willing to spearhead this, he absolutely did. Pat, I don't know how the Newcastle Area School District can ever thank you for the great job. That one individual got a village and got everyone working. I said, who do you have down there today, Pablo? They have this one down there, this one down there. They're painting, they're putting up mirrors, they're getting ready to put up batting cages up. Phenomenal, phenomenal. But with that comes preparation. And I would be simply remiss if I did not say thank you for Roberta for allowing Pat to do this. This is we start getting all the projects going, and what happens is we start feeling a little bit of Pat's coming to the board. By the way, the Newcastle Area School Board that's here, please raise your hands, because without this would not be here. I'm going to give a little bit of executive session, but it's a kind of cute part of it. Pat will come in and talk, and then they will stop after Pat will leave. They go, what are we going to do? We need to do something because this is too great of a project to let it go. What are we going to do? We have to do this. Maybe we'll do this first, and then maybe we'll do that first. We didn't know what we were going to do because there was many other issues that we have to do. But we seemed to make it work. So we had a great facility here. And then I get a text one day from Pat. Mrs. Blazo, I met a man. His name's Terry Rogers. Where's Terry? Terry. I met Terry a few years ago. I'm just going to say that, just to be safe, Joe. I met Terry a few years ago when his children and wife moved to Newcastle. And they came to Thaddeus Stevens. There was one right there. Give us a wave. Yes, is that and they came to Stevens. And they said to me, Mrs. Blazo, we're here. We're living in Newcastle. We want to be close to family. And we will do whatever we have to do to make this work. That was the beginning of Terry Rogers helping with everything that he could help with. So I get a text from Pat. And Pat says to me, I met a man, Terry Rogers, he's great. He seems like he wants to help us. I had no idea what that help was going to be. I had no idea what Pat and Terry were meeting on and were going to talk about. I had an idea. I didn't have the vision that Terry and Pat and the Pittsburgh Pirates had for us. We have no idea. So lo and behold, we applied for the grant. Again, Joe Ambrosini will be with us today because he's with the cross-country team in Hershey. Pat, Joe got together, Debbie, we have to do this, Debbie, we have to do this, and lo and behold, they get it done. Terry does his part. We get the Pittsburgh Pirates to come in and say to us, yes, we believe in your project, and we want to do what's for the children of Newcastle. And we get the grant. Now, Pat and our family. From a good place to a great place because of you. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart. That was good. Pat worked on that for about 2-3 weeks. Another call. Pat says, Debbie, you know my daughter Lauren, she worked for the Jerome Bettis Foundation. Now Lauren is a chip off the old block. Lauren to them get her too. So lo and behold, we get a grant from the Jerome Bettis Foundation. And I want to thank you. So, now we had a good place. We had a great place. Now we have a place that each and every one of our students from ages 5 to 12, and then as they go on, they come back because they want to be a part of this. We have this place because of the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Jerome Bettis. It's not only great, it's the most awesome place in this area. So I want to thank you for So what happens is now is that Pat calls me about a week and a half ago. He goes, Debbie, we have The Pirates are going to come in and think, oh my God, could we be this privileged? The Pirates are going to come in. They're actually going to come in to our home. We've gone to their home many a times at the baseball games. We've gone many, many times there. But now they're here in our home because without their help, we would not have the home that we have today between the Pirates and the Jerome Bettis Foundation. So, with that being said, here's what I would like to end with. I would like to say, without the cooperation of you, the students, without the cooperation of the Newcastle Area School Board, without the cooperation of our community, without the cooperation of Chief Salem. Where's Chief Salem? Is he here? Lieutenant Kuma, you can give this, and I'm glad that you're here. Without the cooperation of Chief Salem to put in a hydration station for our students, without the cooperation of the community as a whole, we would not be able to be here today. What I want to say to all of you, and especially to the Pittsburgh Pirates, the Jerome Bettis, I'm humbled being a spokesperson for the Newcastle Area School District. I'm deeply appreciated for what you did for our children in Newcastle School District. And no pun intended, this is certainly a home run. Thank you so much.
It's neat to hear the whole story and how it all came together. As Superintendent Blasio was saying, that the Jerome Bettis Bus Stops Here Foundation also will be part of this too. And Jerome Bettis, anybody remember Jerome Bettis out here? Running back, of course, most of his career with the Steelers, and his foundation contributed $15,000 to to speak on behalf of the Bettis Foundation, please welcome Beth Goodline.
Thank you so much for having us. On behalf of the Jerome Bettis Bus Stops Here Foundation, we are absolutely thrilled to be here and see this entire project come to fruition. Little story of how we became involved. I am the executive director of the Jerome Bettis Bus Stops Here Foundation, and like you just heard, Lauren Mininock is one of my employees. And as many of you may know in this community, Lauren's family is extremely dedicated, especially to the football team where his mom and dad actually prepared dinner for most of them Friday nights before the game. And I'm sure everybody knows how delicious those pasta meals are. And that's the reason that I initially came to Newcastle. Lauren invited me up here for dinner with her family, and it was during that dinner that Pat started telling me about this project. And when I saw his passion for what he was doing, I knew that this was something the children had to be a part of. It aligned completely with what our mission is, which is to improve inner city youth and give them opportunities to thrive in the 21st century. So he explained everything that he was doing, and I went back to Jerome and presented it to him. And he said, without a doubt, that's what we need to support in 2018. And from there, Newcastle has been an amazing supporter of ours. They came to our asthma camp this summer and helped us out, so there was nothing else that we could do but return the favor. So I just want to congratulate everybody. Please enjoy this amazing facility. You've worked so hard and you're absolutely great to be here. Unfortunately, Jerome sends his apologies. He couldn't be here. His wife is on board at the foundation in Atlanta, so he had to return home this morning. But he did record a short video that he wanted to send.
Jerome Bettis here, and first thing, I just want to apologize for not being able to be there. But I do want to thank the Newcastle School Board for voting to name the field the Jerome Bettis Field. It is a tremendous honor. I know the RAC, they're doing great things there. The kids are going to love the facility. I think it's going to help so many in that community as well. So again, thank you for allowing me to be part of
Jerome Bettis as well. That's pretty cool, huh? We got all the softball players here we see too. Everybody's going to be able to benefit from this, which is really, really nice. And you know, the police department also is doing a great job at helping out and contributing to what's going on here. Of course, Chief Bobby Salem can't be here today, but also Lieutenant David Kumo, who is here today. The police department starting the running club here. So not only softball, not only football, baseball, track, cross country, they can run here as well. Also, the elementary school kids that can come here every Sunday, they've got some, they're going to have the chocolate milk for them and sandwiches for them. So the fueling station will make sure that everybody not only gets to run around, but also gets the nutrition and fuel that they need to. So speaking on behalf of the police department here in Newcastle, Lieutenant David Kumo.
Hello, everybody. It's an honor to be here. Chief Salem sends his regards and apologizes for not making it today at a prior family commitment. It's a pleasure to be a part of the community, and what we would like to express on behalf of the whole Newcastle Police Department is that we are a part of your community. That's a small thing we can do for you guys, for this place. And when I was walking in here, first of all, let me tell you how I got suckered into. If any of you know Chief Salem, he kind of just flies by the seat of his pants. And he realized yesterday at a prior commitment he had to take one of his children to a college visit today. So after I was finished working, I was exercising at our station, and Chief Salem walks in and says, "Hey Dave, what are you doing tomorrow?" Usually I have something prepared for that question. Didn't come up with anything quick enough, and I said, "Nothing really, what's up?" So he asked for me to come and speak on his behalf. And I wasn't too excited about it. I don't really care for public speaking. But having grown up across the street from here, Mr. Sposito, who's here, lived next door, and Mr. Petrina grew up down the street. So I'm very familiar with this place. And when I walked in, I was with one of my friends that I came across, and we started reminiscing on everything that's in here we did outside of this place. This place was a shop back when I grew up, which I said my dad still lived across the street. And we played fast pitch. There's probably still squares painted on the side of this building right behind me. We played fast pitch, home run derby, football along the strip in here. So to be able to have a place like this for you guys to come in, indoors, out of the elements, where it's safe, and be able to do this stuff, it's fantastic, and we're happy to just play a small part in that, and hopefully you guys will take advantage of the hydration station and take advantage of all this fantastic equipment and strive to be a better person, a better athlete, and a better community member. So thank you very much.
Wonderfully said, Lieutenant. And that's what's so neat about pulling up and seeing this, just how it transforms everybody here. I want to make sure we acknowledge Pirates President Frank Coonley, who's here today. Pirates Charities obviously had a big part in this too, coming through with a very generous grant, and I think that's indicative of what we've seen, the great philanthropy from Pirates Charities, and the chairman of Pirates Charities and Pirates, of course, is here today as well, Mr. Bob Nutting.
Thank you very much. Frank, we should have done an extra $3,000 for the sound system. But it's an honor to be here with everyone today, particularly seeing a community come together in light of the tragedy that happened a week ago in Squirrel Hill. It's a reminder of how sports and communities can help bring people together. It's a reminder of how you can have a community bound together with goodwill, with energy, with love, caring about each other, and just spending the last hour walking around, saying hello to many of you. It is clear that Newcastle has come around together for your kids, for your community, for your young athletes. So, thank you and congratulations to what you've gotten done in this remarkable facility. It's one of the things I really love about baseball. It's an opportunity to pull people together with positive role models, with teammates, with coach, with life lessons, families, communities working together for a common goal. And so seeing that work so well here in Newcastle is exactly what Pirates Charities is all about, trying to form these partnerships with communities. So thank you for letting us be here today. Debbie, you're amazing. Really inspiring. You're why I love being up here today. You're why everyone should be so proud. So thank you, Jim. Lieutenant Como, and I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to meet the chief, but your words remind me again, you're from this community, the police are part of the community, the first responders that we count on every day, whether it's in tragedy occurs, or when a community has a chance to come together, that they can trust in our officers. You just demonstrated that so well. So thank you so much. We can't thank you guys enough. And Beth and everyone at the Jerome Bettis Foundation. And Lauren. Fantastic. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks so much for being a part of it. Thanks so much for supporting. And I don't know you, but I've gotten to talk to you again just a little bit. And I can imagine you would be a real force of nature too. So big things to come. Would you stand up one more time? So excited, was excited about every piece of turf, every piece of equipment, every net, took personal ownership, and amazing. Congratulations, well done. And I normally don't do it, and Terry's not going to like this. Terry, can you swap over? Respect Terry so much when he brought the idea, when he told us about it, when he explained what we were doing. It was so easy to get excited, and someone I personally respect, the organization really respects, and he represents Newcastle so well. He loves you guys, he cares about them. We wouldn't be here without Terry's encouragement and support. And this is why I love baseball, and this is why I love Pirates Charities, this is why I love our Fields for Kids program. In nearly a decade, we've done 370 individual grants for fields and projects to help build communities together. Never done one this large. We wanted to really make a statement here, because you all made a real statement about the community. And so if we can revitalize baseball, bring communities together, and just help provide a little bit of support to the fantastic work that you all are doing. And in closing, it's a great facility, but I know it's just a building. And what really brings it alive are these kids. What really brings it alive is when you're doing your work every day. And what really brings it alive is so many adults and mentors and coaches and parents who volunteer your time, who show up on a cold, rainy Saturday morning, who are going to show up day after day to help support these kids and bring this facility alive. Turf is great, bricks are great, lights are great, but the passion and energy that you bring every day to these kids and this community, that's what makes the difference, and we're just so proud to be here to be a part of it. Thank you so much.
Let's show you what the Pirates Charities has put together here. Can we have all the dignitaries and not me? Just going to take a picture. Thank you for hanging in there. We're going to get the pat on the wall. Let's make sure Pat's in there too. Yes. That's pretty cool. You know what's, you can't do things without money, right? You can't do things without the nice grants, but you also can't do things without an idea. You can't do things without heart and soul, without hard work, and obviously the driving force behind all that. I want to hear, and I want to hear from Pat, and tell us about how this all came together. Pat,
the phone's ringing, and I started panicking because I was talking a little faster. And I'm 55, so I'm not in great shape, so I couldn't make it down there by the time the phone stopped. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm in trouble. That just goes to give you an idea how big this place is. I can go on about every single square inch of this building. There's only a couple other people in this room that actually know every single square inch. I think one of them's here. Sean Novak, where are you? Raise your hand, Sean. Daryl here. Daryl and Stan. Daryl right there. Jason Shear. There's so many people that I would need to thank at this moment for helping us to come to be. But if I did, we'd be here for, we'd miss all the games today. I just can't thank everyone enough. Obviously, we need to thank Pirates Charities and Fields for Kids because it's just an amazing thing to do for us. And I have to tell you how that came to be. I did not know Terry Rogers. And one day, one of our assistant coaches, Tyrone Rice, where are you, Ty? Hey, Pat, has Terry Rogers been up here? I said, who's Terry Rogers? No, I did not know his son Alex had been coming to our youth program for quite a while. So Ty introduced me to Terry. Terry suggested to Tyrone and myself that we apply for the grant, and the rest is history. So Terry, Pirates Charities, don't forget to thank you so much. Work for Beth Midmeyer. Beth shows up at our house one day. Just like she said, we're sitting there eating some of Roberta's pasta, spaghetti, and we started talking. And she just asked me questions about, I just came from Iraq. The kids are making their jokes. Oh, he's still in Iraq. He just got home from Iraq. So she starts asking me questions. And I didn't really know what it was all about. So lo and behold, several months later, we get an invitation, all of us, to go to Jerome's Camp for Kids game at Mansfield, and we get presented, and Jerome fed us with $15,000 for the raffle. anybody in this room, probably a lot of you have met Jerome Bettis if you've ever met him. But when you meet Jerome Bettis, he makes you feel like you're the Hall of Fame. That's exactly how he made me feel. And I'll never forget that. And I can't thank him enough, his whole organization. His Aunt Gloria was just unbelievable. I'm sure Ty and Coach Cowher, will attest to that. So thanks again, man. Said, Chief Salem is a live wire. Jeff Shafty, who's our head cross-country coach, and right in about within the next half hour or so, his team is going to be getting on the course down at Hershey for the state championships. He suggested to me, hey, why don't you get Bobby Salem involved with the police department? So I called Bobby one day and I told him about my idea for the fueling station, and I'm trying to sell it to him. I said, Bob, this is going to take some money, whatever, to build this thing and to keep it funded, with all the chocolate milk and the pre-wrapped peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. So I'm trying to sell it to him, and he keeps going, Pat, okay, Pat, okay. So I said, what? He goes, you got me, I'm in, don't worry about it. So I said, well, I'll try. I said, we got some pretty big kids on our football team. I said, I'll try to keep it down to a minimum how many peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and chocolate. He said, do not worry about that. That's my responsibility. I'll take care of it. He said, you let those kids eat. Let those kids eat. So to see everybody show up today, I'll tell you, it just warms my heart. When I look down, when you're walking around this room, I'm not going to tell you all about it, because it's a work in progress, and we're obviously always seeking, the support from the community in any way, shape, or form. But there's a little shelf down there on the wall when you're walking around. Take a look at it. It's about 12 inches square. That is the size of our original weight room. It's way down there, almost 70 yards away. Okay, so every time I want to take it down, I can't do it because it reminds me of what we once had and now what we have with all these kids. And I'll tell you, when these kids walk in here and I see looks on their faces, I know there's a lot of sacrifice.
Right now, as a token of our so far, we've been on the receiving end. And I want you to know this. Boys and girls, what colors do we bleed in Newcastle? What colors do we bleed if it's not red and black? Black and gold. I want you to know. To us today, and we have a little gift bag for all of you, and Mr. Mininoff, I'll pass them out, and you can call the names. How's that, sir?
Jenny here? Jenny Miller? Jenny, come on up, Jenny. Jenny.
Anyone in this building does not like to be recognized. It's Jamie Miller. On Tuesday, just to give you an idea, as I said, we were rushed and we were pretty good. I said to Jamie, I need a favor. I need you to give me something that would be both for men and for women, and I need you to go shopping with her. She did, and she came up with the bag. So I'm going to have you help me to help me. I want to say thank you so much.
Drum Benefit Bus Stop Spirit Foundation, that's Beth Bittmeyer. We also have some gifts for Jerome and his Aunt Gloria also, but they're not here, so obviously Ben and Laura, and we'll take them back to them. Lauren's going to open hers to show everybody what else. For parents and charities, for kids, we have Mr. Cooley. Josh Bell. Jerry Rogers. Joe Blockman.
Okay, are we ready to work?
We're ready to work out now.
You've been watching NCTV45 in Newcastle at the rack. We appreciate it. And watch NCTV45. We're available anytime on your time.
Broadcasting from the greatest castle in the world, in the county of Lawrence, NCTV45.